Conlon. He extends his body over the 35-yard line, reaching out with the ball as far as he can for the first down. Indicated by Seymour Wilson, the referee. Having a great day despite the injury we've been referring to. Limping quite noticeably near the end of the second quarter. Still able to run those plays from scrimmage. 10 carries for 51 yards. Tomlin heels Duncan. Heavy traffic stop at the 30-yard line for a gain of 2.
Vic Washington, number 27, talked about an all-around football player, is now playing defensive left halfback for the Ottawa Football Club, where he played early in the season before he started playing so much on offense.
Dragons in playing for Jim King, defensively for Ottawa on this play. Williams elects to keep at the 25-yard line. He'll just miss the first down, not finding the receiver he wanted in the clear. Dragons 55. Normally an offensive guard made the tackle. With little doubt the Rough Riders have a versatile football club. Several players they can move around to almost any position. Washington going back as the lone deep man on this third down play. David Ray, number 28, will be attempting a field goal for the Alouettes on the 32-yard line. Dave Lewis, number 10, to hold. He'll kick with an angle left. He's got it. The Alouettes on Dave Ray's 32-yard field goal reduced the margin to 18 to 13. 5 minutes and 46 seconds to play in the third quarter at Lansdowne Park. And this has been quite a game. I think everybody figured it to be a runaway before we got here this afternoon.
This is so, Don, and it's just as it was in the first half when the Alouettes had the wind advantage. The Rough Riders couldn't move the football, and then it turned around in the second quarter when the Ottawa club did get the football and the wind and were able to move it for 18 points.
With Tucker coming out to the right, down Rough Riders at their own 35. Washington and Scott are the setbacks. Play goes to Scott. Hits the 40 for 5. Everett 64 stopped him for the Alouettes. And here comes that defensive change again for Montreal. They send in Lewis and Ray and take out the 2 tackles, number 67 and number 64, Everett and Webster. They're expecting the Rough Riders, of course, to throw with extra deep coverage against them. See if Jackson decides to cross them up or not. Bigstad as Russ at the 40-yard line. He'll lose, and the Riders will be third down with more than 5 to go. So it paid off, at least on that play.
It did on that play, Don. I'm surprised at Russ Jackson that particular play because they did this before. They moved those 2 tackles out of there and put deep men in, and it's an ideal situation to run that football with backs like Washington and Scott. It would be an ideal play.
And Berkeley out to punt on the 30. They're home at the 45, watches the ball roll out of bounds. The Alouettes will start from the 45, trailing 18 to 13, 4:26 remaining. The wind still a factor here, although perhaps not quite as much as in the first half, is at the backs of the Alouettes in this quarter. Out of the northwest at 20.
And here comes the snow again, Don. It's starting to blow up again, and the snow's coming in on the field.
Dave Lewis has been shaken up on that last defensive play, and Dave Ray, yes, number 28, is in for him. Out to Duncan, all by himself, pulled down, by 17, Joe Poirier. And now, Lewis apparently okay, coming back into the game. Ray returns to the bench. Basil Bark, number 45, spotting the Montreal huddle. The gain was 4, so they have 6 to go on second down now at their own 49. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Gray wide to the right. Duncan will have the first down at the Ottawa 54. Jerry Campbell, number 54, with the tackle for the Rough Riders. He just backed over the midfield stripe and moved the yardsticks. While the Owls have had the wind, Williams has not taken real advantage of it with the passing game. He's been mixing his plays very well, but Tomlin and Duncan have been doing much of the work in advancing the ball for the Alouettes running. Out to Tomlin. He's pretty hard to bring down. They finally drop him at the 46.5. Jerry Campbell, 54, again with the Rough Rider tackle. There's a timeout on the field. At the 12-minute mark of the third quarter, the score is Ottawa 18 and Montreal 13.
July 20th, 1968. We gave a family who owns a 1965 Buick a special preview look at the 1969 Buick Wildcat. Here's what they had to say about it.
I am very impressed. I think this is really going to appeal to women. It just has the look of luxury.
It looks more like a sports car than it has in the past.
I think the Wildcat is a sleek car.
The upholstery, it looks so comfortable. Well, it isn't going to take much care.
The new instrument panel is just excellent in that it's all within the reach of the driver.
It's really a cool car. It's nice.
Well, I think that engine it will be respected, and maybe it'll even rule.
It's wild. It's really wild. I think that's about the best words for it. It's really wild.
Buick owners keep selling Buicks for us. Wouldn't you really rather have a 1969 Buick Wildcat?
Both coaches, Kay Dalton of the Montreal Alouettes with David Ray, 28, and Frank Clare with Kelly Mote at the Rough Rider bench, have been shifting personnel around. On this play defensively, the Rough Riders have Vic Washington, 27, in, deep defensively, and Billy Cooper is out to the bench. Second down for the Alouettes. They've got about 3 to go on the 47 of Ottawa. Stop hold is Tomlin. Right at the line of scrimmage, Jerry Campbell came pouring through on him.
Middle linebacker, number 41, on that particular play, Ken Lehman, nobody touched him, and when the ball carrier was running right into the hole, Ed Tomlin, who's been injured and playing under duress today, was hit very, very hard by number 41, Ken Lehman.
Campbell coming up to back him up, and there goes Tomlin. Put on a tremendous performance here, despite the injuries he suffered. The Alouettes, David Ray, will attempt a 54-yard field goal. We've had some weird ones today. That takes the cake. David Ray, 54 yards, his 8th field goal of 1968. And that matches the longest field goal by Pierre Guido of Winnipeg against the Eskimos, October the 13th. Longest of the year, 54. The longest in all pro football is 58. Held by Bill Mitchell, formerly with the Argonauts of the BC Lions. 18-16 the score. Ostrak is stopped at the 34-yard line by Ron Everett, number 64.
On that field goal, we talked about Don Sutherland's looking like a soccer ball going through there, and this one looking to be a little short and bouncing over. It doesn't matter how they get over that crossbar, it still counts.
Only 2 points separate these teams. Ottawa leading 18-16. Second and 10 and a half. They go with the draw to Scott. But he'll miss the first down. He got back for 7 yards at the 42. Man was surrounded. That play, the Riders decided to capitalize on the absence of 64 and 67, the Alouettes tackles, to try that running play, which almost worked for them. Minute flag up in the third quarter. Third down and 3 yards to go, Rough Riders from their 42. As the Alouettes chip away at that lead. And Berkeley over the play. To Fairholm. Looks it out here, but he's out of bounds already. Phil Brady. Well, it was a great catch anyway.
You have to stay within those white lines, though, Don. You can't be playing outside.
That field is, as Art Darch, our spotter, points out, 65 yards wide as it is. You think that'll be wide enough. So the ball is at the 34-yard line. The Alouettes first down.
Get up, Duke, get up.
Williams for Davis. It just bounced off his chest at midfield.
Ed Tomlin is back in that football game, and you have to give him full marks for being in there playing with that injury. He was hit hard by Ken Lehman, and he was injured before he even started this ball game, and still playing. It's coming out now, though.
Second and 10, Montreal from their 34-yard line. Dave Lewis lined up to kick the ball on second down. He really hooped one. Past Washington, down out of bounds at the 3-yard line. They will lose the wind as they change ends now, and that was the thinking, to boot that ball deep into Ottawa territory. At the end of the third quarter, the score is Ottawa 18 and Montreal 16. We'll have more CFL action after this message.
When you're smiling, go for Pilsner, the beer that smiles with you. It's the true one, brewed for you one, the lager that's true blue. Next time you order, just call for a blue, 'cause it's the lager with the taste that is true. So when you're smiling, just call for Pilsner, the true blue lager beer.
Smile when you say Pilsner. It's Canada's true blue lager from Labatt's with the great taste you can count on anytime, time after time.
So when you're smiling, just say Labatt's Blue, the true blue lager beer. Blue, 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 call for blue.
We hope you're enjoying this game and many more exciting games coming up in the CFL. Tomorrow, the Argonauts over in Hamilton, and that's going to be a big one. Winnipeg and Edmonton in the West. The Eskimos against Saskatchewan at midweek. And on Saturday, we'll be in Montreal for the Hamilton-Montreal game from the Autostad on the Eastern Network of the CBC, while Saskatchewan plays BC at night. That last kick by Dave Lewis traveled 73 yards to get the Alouettes in the better defensive position against the Rough Riders. The Riders pin now on their own 3. In punting, Lewis now has 48 yards. The Rough Riders average from Van Berkeley is 31, so the Ottawa punting is hurting them today. Jackson with the call from the 3. Hands for Washington. And he's pushed out at the 7-yard line after collecting 4 by Larry Fairholm, number 19.
Alouettes can hold them here, Don. They're in real good position because of the poor punting so far of the Ottawa Rough Riders. Even with the win, they've been losing yardage on the return kicks, and this will put them in good opportunity to move that football and score.
Once again, defensively, the two tackles are out for Montreal. Lewis and Ray are in. They've got 7 deep backs. Go against Jackson's expected second down throw. But they hit Atkins complete. And he advances the ball for a long first down at the 32.
There's only a 3-man rush, as you'll see here on Russ Jackson. And they put a good 3-man rush on him, but he has a lot of time to throw that football, and he hits in the seam, coming over to number 73, Margene Atkins. And that gets him out of a hole there.
The gain was 25 yards. At the 32, Jackson and the Rough Riders, first down. Just starting the fourth quarter, 18-16, Ottawa leads. Escape pass is dropped by Vic Washington.
Jackson very upset with that when he threw it to Vic Washington, and Washington dropped the ball. And as number 62, Trigstad, was coming in, Jackson booted the ball away from him.
At three-quarter time, statistically, these teams were just about dead even in total offense. 250 yards for the Rough Riders and 243 for the Alouettes. They had 10 first downs apiece. The only big difference was in punting. Lewis averaging 48 to 31.4 for Bill Van Berkeley. Jackson with the call. Out for Washington. He was blocked at the 41-yard line and stopped a yard short, it appears, of the first down. Let's see where they put the ball down. It's going to be close. Mickey Sutton made an immediate tackle on Vic Washington. They will call for the chain to come out from the far side. Ball controls, the name of the game now, and the Rough Riders must keep it out of the hands of the Alouettes, who trail by just 2. They do not have the first down. Frank Clare indicates go. He doesn't look as though he enjoys the prospect, but he did wave his hand. Gamble.
And gamble they're going to do, a yard short of maintaining possession of that football, in which they have to keep it away from the Montreal Alouette football team. 16-18, only 2 points ahead. This is a key play in this football game.
That's taking plenty of time to explain the assignments. Going to be a little close. Frank looks rather anxious. And back come the yardsticks. The ball goes over to the Alouettes. There's the reaction of Coach Clare. How about that? A big defensive play for Montreal. It's a game of inches sometimes, and the Riders didn't have enough inches to keep the ball.
Well, let's see what happens with this big offensive unit now. They've given them the break that they need.
Mickey Sutton, 34, in the backfield for the injured Ed Tomlin. He ran outside as the throw marker. Williams throwing. Sutton was wide open. But they're going to bring this one back. Sutton with Duncan both appear to be over the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped as they were fanned out left.
This is as we talked about, Don. You have to be able in these certain positions, when you do get that field position, to have poise and confidence on that football field. And whenever you goof it up like this, it certainly doesn't help the offensive unit as a whole.
Ball comes back 5 yards on the outside penalty near the 47. First down repeated, this time 15 yards. Gray to the left to the Alouettes. Motion left. Lehman is taken out on the block by Lewis. Williams will keep. And he is rudely escorted out of bounds on the far side. Billy Cooper and Gene Gaines. Going to be about 6 yards.
Carroll Williams a little upset on the tackle. He felt that it was a little bit late coming out of bounds there. However, he had receivers open real quick, and he elected to keep the football and run with it.
There's 2nd and 9. 18-16 the score. Rough Riders with a 2-point lead. Washington in for Cooper defensively now.
Williams was chased. He had a big rush put on him on this particular play and just dumps it over to Dennis Duncan, number 35. Duncan goes for just a few yards.
3rd and 8 from the 39-yard line are the Montreal Alouettes. Carroll Williams coming out to the bench. David Ray, number 28, in the game to attempt a field goal from the 46 into the wind. Dave Lewis will hold. This could put them ahead if he's good. And he is. David Ray. Proficient both with and against the wind, and he has given Montreal a 19-18 lead on a 47-yard field goal. There's a timeout on the field. At the 4-minute mark of this 4th quarter, the score is Montreal 19 and Ottawa 18.
When you're smiling, call for Pilsner, the beer that smiles with you. It's the true one, brewed for you one, the lager that's true blue. Next time you order, just call for a blue, 'cause it's the lager with the taste that is true. So when you're smiling, call for Pilsner, the true blue lager beer.
Find people having fun, and you'll find Pilsner. It's Canada's true blue lager from Labatt's, with a great taste that stands by you round after round.
So when you're smiling, just say Labatt's Blue, the true blue lager beer. Blue, 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 call for blue.
Frank Clare hasn't found a way to stop this David Ray of the Alouettes, who's kicked 4 field goals this afternoon. 24, 32, 54, and 46 yards. He's averaging 39 field goals. First down, Rough Riders from the 35. Tucker. First down at the 46 of Montreal.
There's a combination pattern. Margie Natkins, number 73, clears it out. And Whit Tucker, number 26, cutting in behind him. Jackson hits him with a perfect strike. It's a big gainer and an important gainer.
29 yards the play covers. From the 46 of Montreal, the Rough Riders. First down, Tucker to the right. With Washington and Adkins. Stewart in the slot left. Jackson. All the way to the 30-yard line. And Larry Fairholm finally stopped him.
Russ has the team fired up. On this particular play, he jumps up in there like a fullback almost, makes a good run. Cuts back, picks up a blocker. And Larry Fairholm and Mickey Sutton, number 34, bring him down.
Good block thrown by Jay Robertson at the half that lasted. 19-18 the Rough Riders pressing, trailing by 1, first down to the Montreal 30. Washington, heavy going at the 26-yard line, will get 4 to 5 yards near the 25. Baker and Murphy with the tacklers for the Montreal Alouettes. Jackson has kept the ball 7 times today, and he has advanced it 68 yards personally. 9 minutes and 25 seconds until full time. 1 point between the first place team in the East and the last place team, with the last place team leading. Out on the 23. That is not quite good enough for the first down.
This is the play that, or similar to the play that Scott scored a touchdown on. A little swing pattern. They just couldn't get outside. Not enough for that first down. That's right, Dom. They're going to make a decision here whether to go. They've got a yard and a half or kick that field goal. And it looks like Don Southern, 14, is in the game to kick.
His attempt is going to come from the 29-yard line. The angle is on the right. It is off to the right, and the score is now 19 to 19. The teams are tied. The Southern's kick goes right to the dead ball line. 8:48 remaining in the game, and they're all even.
Don, we talked briefly about the desire that an underdog would have, or the last place club coming in with no real reason for victory other than the desire that they want to go out and they are professional and want to win.
Alouettes have given us simply a great performance here this afternoon.
The Ottawa club's going to have to defend those swing backs. Carl Williams did a great job earlier in the game by throwing to both his swing backs, 35 and to 23 at Tomlin. The Ottawa Rough Riders going to have to get more rush on Carl Williams and contain him from getting outside and throwing those little swing patterns.
Hay Dalton's done quite a job for this team. I mentioned earlier, he says he's only a few ball players away, maybe 3 or 4 from a real strong team, and that's been borne out today. Mickey Sutton just got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got half a yard. Ken Lehman, number 41, stopped him right there.
A half yard on the play. Lehman made the tackle. Second down, Alouettes. 9.5 to go.
Alouettes have had a lineup that has been makeshift by nature of injury. They've had players hurt as they've gone along in this game as well. Paquette was in for a while for De La Riva, who he himself is a replacement.